Screaming vocals, primal guitar sounds, and deafening rhythms. It's all part of the phenomenon known as heavy metal music. It evokes themes of death, destruction, despair, and depression. Metal music has been blamed by parents, preachers, and law enforcement authorities for a long list of dastardly deeds. Some cities have even adopted local ordinances restricting concert activity because they say metal music promotes sadistic sexuality, rape, incest, bestiality, necrophilia, and violent exhibitionism. This is the music that captivates our teenagers, painting images of evil they find difficult to resist. So, why has metal mania become so ingrained in teenagers' lives? That's the question we'll explore on this special program. Hi, I'm Bob Larson. During this program, we're going to take an in-depth look at the metal music phenomenon and try to better understand the effect it's had on our young people's lives. Most important, we'll give you information that will help you break down the barriers that metal music has created between you and your children. Recently, the editors of the rock magazine Spin asked me to write a story about a black metal band called Slayer. The magazine sent me to West Germany, where I toured with Slayer for a week. On the bus, backstage, on stage, everywhere they played. For those of you who don't know much about the metal music scene, Slayer is one of the most notorious black metal groups on the charts today. Their lyrics epitomize the influence of Satanism on the heavy metal industry. For example, the Slayer album, Hell Awaits, features the song Necrophiliac, vividly describing sex with a corpse. The lyrics talk about relentless lust of rotting flesh, to thrash the tomb she lies, heathen whore of Satan's wrath, I spit your demise. The album, Show No Mercy, depicts Satan on the cover and contains a song called Evil Has No Boundaries. The song's lyrics say, Satan, our master in evil mayhem, guides us with every first step. Another Slayer album, Rain in Blood, includes the tune Altar of Sacrifice, which describes the bloody killing of a virgin and proclaims, Learn the sacred words of praise, Hail Satan. And the album South of Heaven, a term taken from Satanism, features Slayer's song called Spill the Blood, which advises, Spill your blood, let it run on to me. Take my hand and let go of your life. You've spilled the blood, I have your soul. This is what the heavy metal industry would have our children listen to. This is how their souls are being seized. Slayer is nothing more than a messenger for the dark deception of evil. Imagine me on tour with these guys, the kings of black metal music. Every night I watched the band come on stage while the fans chanted, Slayer, Slayer. Their stage backdrop featured their stylized pentagram logo. On either side of the pentagram were two 6-foot stained glass church windows superimposed with an upside-down cross. Slayer fans were a wasted bunch, and most of them constantly displayed the infamous satanic salute. They all wore leather or jean jackets with the backs covered by elaborate satanic symbols. Some showed the symbol of Satan as a goat. Others advertised their favorite band, like Stormtroopers of Death. By the way, notice the teenager in this picture, whose leather jacket is embedded with studs in the shape of an inverted cross of Christ. The message this young fan conveys is frightening. An upside-down cross hangs around his neck, and his T-shirt pronounces his allegiance to Satan's army. When I confronted Slayer about their teenage fans who worship the devil and practice animal sacrifices because of their music, they refused to accept any responsibility for their conduct. They told me, if a kid goes wrong, it's the parents' fault. The members of Slayer aren't Satanists. They freely admitted to me their satanic symbols and songs are a gimmick. In fact, the lead singer comes from a Christian family, and his parents are ministers. Unfortunately, their gambit of devil worship is a ruse that too many teens believe. My concern over heavy metal music prompted me to invite 2 members of the metal band Law's Rocket to join me for a lively public discussion at a National Broadcasters Convention in Washington, D.C. I invited them to be guests on my radio show, which was broadcast live from the convention floor. The gathering included the band's manager, Jeff Weller, and lead singer, Michael Coons. The 3 of us talked about all aspects of metal music: Satanism, headbanging, drug abuse, and obscene lyrics.
I think for us, the reason why people like us and take a liking to us is we're a very hard-working band. We're sort of a blue-collar heavy metal band in terms of the fact that we've taken a long time to get where we've been. I've been doing this since I was 15. I'm 24 now.
The work ethic and speed
the work
metal.
ethic.
Yeah,
it is.
It's corporate, Bob.
It's business. It is business.
Yeah,
it's
I know
show
it's
business.
It's very,
and you have
The
to,
one
you have to
similarity
perfect your
between
act.
you and Slayer is you both sold your soul from rock and roll. That's what Ozzy and Black Sabbath was saying years ago. You guys have done it. You've sold your soul from rock and roll.
If you want to put it in that terms, then you're welcome.
I think that's a very judgmental term. I think it's a judgmental term. I think that I certainly haven't sold my soul to anyone. I still go to church. I still believe. One of the other band members does, and a couple don't. But I have a personal Christian belief myself, but I keep it to myself. I keep it in my perspective. I don't bring it into my business or my show business or my act because it's something for me.
You have role modeled foul language, profanity, and disregard for any kind of linguistic ingenuity on the stage.
The one thing about us that is good, that separates us from a band like a Slayer or something like that, is all of us have, certainly we'll make mistakes. Certainly we're sinners, and I think every human being is. But we have
Some
basic,
are saved by God's grace. You could be.
We're not saying we haven't been.
But I say that we think of basic values. We love our families. We're hard workers. We hold patriotic values for this beautiful country of ours that we love very much.
You got family, you got country, let's get God.
He's the best. He's the pinnacle. We're getting there, Bob.
Can we get to love God?
I certainly do.
How can you love God and talk about
because God
holy
has
blank?
saved my life several times. I've had several accidents. I've had many life-threatening situations, and I've had prayers answered by Him.
I believe it.
Okay,
There's a message.
And I think that is something that, for my personal benefit, has worked out very well for me. However, this is a business that I'm in, and I don't believe that religion, in any sense, should be exploited in any rock music, whether it's a negative religion or...
Wait. Don't bands have a right to sing about God? Don't speed
Certainly.
metal bands?
The biggest band on our label is Stryper, and we get along fine with them.
You're on Stryper's label.
They just frisk us first before they let us in their house.
Jeff and Michael may seem like nice guys, but they've sold their souls for rock and roll. It's money, not morals, that motivates them. They're writing Satanism shirt tails and taking many of our teenagers with them. Later in the show, I also spoke with a young man named Nikolai from the Christian metal band Russia. Their music sounds the same as other metal bands, but their message is love, not hate, good, not evil. Nikolai and his brother and fellow band member Peter were born and raised behind the Iron Curtain. They relish the freedom to sing about God's love and communicate in a way that reaches today's teens. I asked Nikolai about his reaction to the members of Law's Rocket.
We're playing the pop rock mode, and I believe our music is commercial, and it's played on the radio stations, very heavy on Christian radio stations mainly. We have 4 hits of that record. That tells me that the Christian industry and the Christian people really love what we're doing.
What about you guys? Do you love what he's doing?
No.
Well, I don't. I listen to all music. I mean, I'm not very judgmental about music at all. But I think that for me, I like to have the excitement of rock and roll. I mean, we sort of consider ourselves like a Barnum and Bailey type act with our show business type approach. I think that like he says his band has got 4 good hit singles and people are buying the record. I mean, is that what you got into the business for, to make money or to praise the Lord?
Well, I tell you one thing. I know who sent me to do my job. I don't know who sent you guys to do your job.
Who sent you?
The garbage man.
Nikolai, who sent you?
I work by the motive the Bible says, go into all the world and preach the gospel.
Let's get to the philosophy.
All right, Bob.
Over and over I heard from Slayer, why shouldn't we sing about death and sex with corpses and worshiping the devil? It's all going to end anyway. It's negative. Are you a negative? Do you believe it?
Very, very optimistic.
Where's the world going?
Very positive.
Where's the world going? Because
I think the
hang
world
on. In terms of Slayer, Michael, I feel that their worldview, their philosophy of life influences what they write about.
I think you're very right about that.
Okay, what about you? What's your philosophy of life? Where's the world going, Michael?
For me, being raised in a good family, you know, I'm one of the few minorities that have had parents for 32 years, you know, married. That obviously is a big problem in America today with divorce and stuff. So I've had a lot of solid background. But I think where I get my influences for songs and songwriting is stuff. Mostly, I could write about 8 songs a day reading the newspaper, and that's the kind of stuff that gives me the sort of influence, like the problems in the world, some things that are good, but some things that really need to be addressed at a more of a level for kids to listen to, such as the song on the EP Mirror to Madness, which is all about cocaine abuse, because I've seen it, and it's an ugly sight.
All right,
and I do not condone that at all.
Kerry King, guitar player, songwriter for Slayer, said to me, I need to read the Bible. I bet I could find some great song ideas in there. Nikolai, you find great song ideas in the Bible?
That's where I get my structure of the songs most of the time from the Bible, because it's you know, I have read so many books, and that's why the Bible existed for so many
if the guy wrote
thousands
the Bible
of
was
years.
Still alive, he'd have a copyright infringement.
Well, you know that they found in the scrolls and so on. You know, but it's the best Bible, the best book to live by. You
okay.
know, I found all the morals.
But Iron Maiden writes lyrics.
I would suggest you would do that, guys.
Really
try it out.
They should try it. But look what Bruce Dickinson and Iron Maiden did. I mean, they sing about the number of the beast, and they use biblical allegories.
Right. They're also a multi-million.
But it's negative. It's evil.
250 plus dates a year.
Because
Eddie, the mascot represents death, man.
Oh, okay, well, I understand that. But I mean, why would if someone wrote a song called The Number of the Beast, couldn't a Christian band write a song like that?
Yeah, but not the way they say it, because their lyrics say 666, the number of the beast, the one for you and me. The singer is personifying himself as someone who worships the Antichrist.
Did you see one satanic sign on anything to do with Iron
Bruce
Maiden
Dickinson
at all?
admits he gets his ideas from the occult, the Tibetan Book of the Dead, Egyptian mythology. The guy's head is not in the Bible. Michael, why don't you write some songs from the Bible? Why don't you read the Bible?
Well,
if it's good enough for Slayer, it's good enough for you.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I also think, but I also have a very fond appreciation of the music that I write for myself. I also feel that the Bible has something for me and is not shared by the same faith by the rest of the people in my band.
Faith and business? Why? Why should faith and business be separate? Shouldn't faith influence... Nikolai, does faith influence your business, your
very
life?
much. It goes along. It's a principle, you know, that it's set up. You know.
No offense, but he's also not major label, and he doesn't have executives breathing down his back for sales quotas.
Oh, you're trying to say if he gets, it's easy for him to say he's not successful.
I'm trying to say that at his point of his growth pattern, he's at a certain level, and he needs to go a lot higher.
And when he gets to be a rock and roll star like you...
I'm not a rock and roll star, Bob. I'm a manipulator of the young public.
Jeff may think he's a manipulator, but he, along with the rest of the heavy metal monopoly, are controlled by the greatest manipulator of all, Satan. The lyrics, the clothes, and the stage design all reflect evil, because life is not offering heavy metal fans all they want. Their creed has become anarchy and rebellion. One thing they don't like to think about is death. Michael wrote a song about a friend who recently died.
Hey, Michael, your friend's dead. You're going to die.
I am.
Where's he?
I'm not sure.
Where will you be?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Well, I'd like to think that, but if I say that, then he's going to go, no. You can't think that way. You have to, I mean...
You can't know where you're going to go when you die.
I think that
Isn't
that's
that
a
important to
mistake.
know?
I think so. I really do. I think that, but I think that overconfidence is something that the Lord really doesn't smile upon.
Well, then you don't know the Bible, because Jesus...
Well, I don't know it as well as you, obviously.
Yeah, well, Jesus says, I am the resurrection and the life. If you believe in me, you will live.
I definitely believe in him, but I know that I'm also human, and I'm prone to error, and I'm prone to sinning.
We're not
You're
going to give you...
You're also prone to forgiveness if you ask it.
That's true. And I hope he sees it in his heart once I die.
You have to ask.
Probably be on the way home back to California.
But you haven't asked. I mean, what I'm getting at is you got a friend die. I mean, death has stared you in the face. It's come home to you brutally.
He's not the only one.
Okay.
I've had lots of.
And you're raised in this good Catholic family.
Right.
You have an opportunity to ask God's forgiveness and know where you're going to go when you die.
Right.
Do you want to do that?
Yes, I do.
Well, why don't you?
I think I do. I think that everyone has a different sort of philosophy. Well, you people seem to have a very
certitude. We know.
Similar philosophy.
Nikolai, you know where you're going to go when you die?
Oh, most definitely.
How do you know?
Yeah. Because the Bible says it so, and I read the Bible on a consistent basis. When we guys get together in the band before we go on stage, we all kneel, we pray. We go in the spirit, of love and communication on stage.
When his band, Jeff, he's telling you before they go on stage, they kneel and pray.
Right.
I want you to tell me what laws, you're the manager,
Okay,
what laws rock
let me tell you something.
You know what
What do they do? Okay.
You know what we do?
Okay, yeah, what do they do before they go on stage?
Is we fire up, we get rough, we get ready. We're like the Warriors. We hit you and you feel it. That's what it's like.
When we
It's
go
like
on
a
stage,
football game does.
They feel it.
Nah.
They feel the spirit.
No, this guy has never had a 250-pound skinhead come up with flames on his head, grab him, cradle him, and dive off the stage. Now, if you have, tell me. You haven't. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it.
You had that.
Hell yeah.
Okay, what did you want to say, Michael? We got Michael here talking about death and where he's going to go. He doesn't know. As a Catholic, you ought to know. You should know.
Well, I think also that that's something that I think is a very, very touchy subject because of the fact that
you people
why does God
metal
say
sings
that
about
the people,
death, despair, destruction, misery.
Jesus Christ wants the people who don't think they're going to get there. Jesus Christ likes the people who have somewhat of a doubt in themselves and are like, I wonder if I'm good enough, and I'd really like to be. And then it's instead of the person who is, I've been so good all my life, I know I'm going to reap the rewards in heaven. That's a bad attitude in my book.
You're right. Right, but Nikolai, what's the right attitude?
Also, another thing
it gives you the peace, and satisfaction knowing that you belong to somebody. You belong. Somebody cares for you, and it doesn't affect my walk or pull some kind of an ego trip on me saying that I'm better. Hey, no way that I'm better than you or anybody.
Jeff, don't you want to know where you're going to go when you die?
Bob, I'll worry about it when I get there.
It's too late.
Well, then it's too late. It's over. Bob. That's too late then. I'm a martyr.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll, eat, drink, and be merry.
You bet, babe.
But
on top of that, there's a corporate ethic. That's what makes me different. That's why I'm special.
You're special because you love money.
No, that's not it, Bob. If you went and looked at my wallet right now, you wouldn't see much love.
Love isn't found in a wallet. Love hung on a cross and died 2,000 years ago. Love isn't a topic metal musicians want to deal with. Most of the metal musicians and fans I've met over the years don't come from a family bonded with love. For that reason, most like Jeff are afraid to be confronted with God's love.
You know what?
What?
If you weren't so frightened of the gospel, you wouldn't be.
Oh, here we go.
All
right, I'm backpedaling, Bob. I'm backpedaling. No, I'm not. No, it's not true at all.
You're not just a frustrated Sam Kennison. You're really afraid to talk about reality and truth and love and God.
Okay, Bob, I have a hang-up.
At this time, where America is today and with all rock and roll, and let's face it, secular rock and roll is big. To have the guts and and the determination to come out and sing stuff like that. You know, with
sure,
Christian and Jesus on it, you know, takes guts.
I'm not refuting that. I think that's very true. I definitely would. I mean, I am of the Christian faith, but I wouldn't be in a Christian band because of the fact that for me, that is exploiting the purpose.
Exploiting?
Yes,
You're not exploiting.
So.
What are we exploiting about?
Manager,
Bob,
you are Mr.
Arnold's,
Exploiter.
I am the king of exploitation.
Come on down. Come on.
Yeah, but
Bob, what is Arnold Schwarzenegger? What is Rambo? What is Bronson? What are all these people? Are they exploiting anything?
They certainly are.
Are any of them Christians?
I hope not.
Oh, well, I don't know.
And this lady wants to say something. Yes,
likes
ma'am.
them in the basket.
You're who from where?
Sharon from Minneapolis.
Okay.
I feel really sorry for them. You called me Little Red Riding Hood when I walked out here, right?
Yep.
This Little Red Riding Hood was on the street for quite a few years as a junkie, and I like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And when I found Jesus Christ, I've never had such a good time.
Good for you.
And I wish I could just stick it right on you right now, because you guys haven't even tapped your potential until you get Christ.
That's good.
The thing is that you have to realize we didn't have those problems, and we never will. We come
Doesn't matter. Look at you. Come on, look at you.
I can live with myself just fine.
You don't have the glow in your eye. You're defensive. He's trying to be cute and funny, and he's trying to cover up stuff.
I am not defensive at all. I'm not being defensive at all.
I am a corporate raider.
What I am saying is, I think the reason why you are coming on so strong is the fact that people who come to faith later in life feel they have to shove it down everyone's throat.
Yeah,
I have had it. I've had it all my life.
No.
I share the same faith.
I don't shove it down anybody's throat
Then
ever.
what are you doing right now?
I feel sorry for you. He said, "What do you think?"
say a prayer for me.
I feel sorry. I will.
Say a prayer for me,
I
get
will.
lost.
And I've got a son your age, just like I said.
Maybe she should say a prayer for you.
Yeah. Well,
she can do anything
that's
she
her
wants.
prerogative. But see, in my experience, since I have been going to church, I was baptized. I was an altar boy. I did all this stuff, and I still feel good about my standing with God. I go to church, and I see my priest, and my priest go, "Mike, how are you? How's the band? That's great. I'm glad to see you're getting somewhere with it." Because they know I have a good heart. I am sitting here, it is a business to me.
It's a business.
She feels sorry for me.
No.
Why should she feel sorry for me?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because she believes you're going to go to hell when you die.
Well,
I don't, and neither do the priests of my church.
I'm not so sure the priest has got the full story on you.
I'm sure he does.
I don't know about that,
I'm sure he does.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if he listens to you use that kind of language, he's a pretty bad priest if he doesn't stick it to you and say,
Well,
Michael,
that's right. I agree with you. I agree with you there. I don't think I should use as much profanity live, and it's something that I work on.
Why use
I have
it at all?
faults. I have faults. Whoa! I broke the chair. I have faults, and it's something that a lot of people have said to me. You know, besides my father, like Jeff, or even Jeff has said to me, "Hey, cool it on the F word, and you're using it too much." And
Jeff said that.
Yeah.
Your manager said cool.
That's a lie.
But
anything else you want to say to these guys, Sharon?
I think they're really neat guys. That's why I feel
thank
like
you,
I
and I'm glad you turned your life around. That's great.
Yeah, we're really happy for you.
We're
very, very happy
But
for you.
as for you, eat and drink, be merry, sex, drugs, rock and roll.
No,
hey.
I've
Take
never
the
had
drugs
sex,
out.
Bob. I've read about it, but I've never had it.
Jeff may joke about life, but in the end, the joke is on Jeff and others like him who refuse to accept God's love. The joke's no longer funny when it focuses on teens. And today's tombstones tell the true story. Teenagers are dying by the thousands. The killer? Suicide. Death and suicide are major themes of heavy metal music. Bands like Ozzy Osbourne, Suicidal Tendencies, and Metallica give the impression that suicide is a way out of life's pressures. For example, Metallica's song Fade to Black says this: "I've lost the will to live, simply nothing more to give. There is nothing more for me, need the end to set me free." A group of teenagers, typical metalheads, joined me to talk about suicide, metal music, and the way music affects how they live. They looked like heavy metal headbangers, but beyond their strange clothes and disheveled looks, I found kids who felt alone and afraid. Under all the hair and verbal defensiveness, these kids were like most teenagers today, confused and angry. I didn't approve of their attitude, but their answers to my questions made me realize that if you and I will listen to what they're saying, we can save the lives of thousands of teens who might end up on the wrong side of the law, and who might even end up dead.
Bud, suicide.
Suicide to me is not good. It's a hazard to society, but at the same hand, people who listen to music and getting their kicks off of it, listen to suicide songs, it's all in their own head, you know? They take it how they want it, you know?
Well, what if some kid...
I mean, I understand...
What if some kid's got a lot of problems in his life?
Yeah.
And he listens to the music, and the music is saying, "Death greets me warmly." Is that going to help keep the kid alive?
No, it's not positive music. I understand that. But at the same hand, he also needs to realize that music shouldn't be his total influence. I mean, if someone's going to go cut their wrist because Ozzy Osbourne told them to, then they're man. They don't got a good head on their shoulders.
They don't got a brain.
Suicide Solution. That's the name of the song. It's a suicide solution.
It's a solution for some people.
Is it? Is it a solution? Would it be for you?
No.
Why not?
Suicide is not a solution. That's what they're telling people. That's what they're saying.
Why isn't it a solution?
For some
because you got to live each day, and you got to learn each day, and you got to make the best person out of yourself that you can. It's not possible. Suicide is... I think to a point, yes, the music could influence someone, but there's already major problems before they listen to the music.
Okay, Rip. Suicidal tendencies.
Killer.
I mean, they've been accused of that. They've been accused of causing
losers.
Suicides for losers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go ahead and end your life, then you're a head.
Well, wait.
Because
suppose the kid has been beaten, abused, neglected, unloved, and really believes life is a zero.
Well, and it's time to hit the road and find something better to do.
Teddy? Suicide.
I believe life's a game. You win or you lose. If you commit suicide...
It's over.
It's over. You lost.
Do not pass
That's
go.
it.
Do not collect $200.
I mean,
what do you mean you lose? You lose what?
You lose your life. If you're going to take your own life, then you lost the game.
And then what?
It's over.
And then what?
I mean, if you're gonna last...
And then what?
You grow flowers.
After life is over.
You're dead.
That's it?
That's it. I mean,
nothing more?
Suicide is for somebody...
No God, no devil, no nothing? No hereafter?
We don't know. We haven't been there. Have you? We haven't been there, so we don't know the answer to that question.
So you don't believe what God says about it?
I believe in God in my own way, and I believe in suicide in my own way, and I believe life is a game. You win or you lose.
What would make you commit suicide?
I've tried twice. I couldn't do it. Hey, I'm somebody. I'm going to make it through life. I have a little bit more intelligence than pull a gun to my head.
But why? What drove you to want to do it those other times?
Because I felt like my family didn't love me. I had lost all my friends because of my drugs. And everything changed. My friends were there to help me. The friends that I had, they were there to help me. They believed in me. Me and my family started getting along better. Things looked up. I have a little bit more intelligence. I finally found out that I am somebody.
Right on.
And I have a little bit more intelligence than to turn around and shoot myself in the head because I'm going to make it through life.
That's the key. I am somebody. Most kids involved in heavy metal have notoriously low self-esteem. You and I have to let them know that in God's eyes, they are somebody important. We've got to communicate that message with love. For parents of metalheads, that may mean tough love. Some parents fear that through discipline and tough love, they'll drive their kids away. Don't worry. Behind all the harsh words and anger exchange between you and your children, if you really love them, they know it.
If you could say something to your parents and you haven't had a chance to say that to your parents, what would you say, Teddy?
I would say thank you for being there. Thank you for helping me. And I know you're still there. But I will do what I feel is right. I'll do and I'll take the steps that I can. If I fall, then I'll just pull myself right back up again.
And if your parents say no?
Then I'm going to sit down and talk to them and say, but wait, I think I deserve a chance.
If your parents go into your room and they pull out this record album and they say, that's a satanic symbol. That is, those are the horns of Lucifer.
But
I don't, wait a minute. They say, I don't want you listening to that. Then what do you say to them?
But why? I mean...
Well, if they said it, what do you say?
I would tell them, I don't have the album because I believe in Satan. I'm not listening to the album because of
No, that's not the
Satanism.
issue. They say you can't listen to it. What do you say to them?
I think I deserve a chance. I listened to it because of the beat.
But they've said you can't listen to it, Daddy. What are you going to do?
I listen to it anyway.
You're going to listen to it anyway.
Because it's something I believe in. And that's one thing that my parents taught me that I'll never forget, is always do what I believe in.
But if their belief crosses with your belief?
I will still do it. And if I fall, then they were right.
Tim?
I'll just get back up again and try again.
You've wanted to say something to your parents about your band, your music, your philosophy of life, the whole scene. What would you say to them? You haven't been able to say it to them yet. You want to look them in the eye and you want them to hear. What do you want to say?
Thanks.
Rip, what do you want to say to them? You haven't been able to say it. What do you want to say?
I don't know. Me and my mom, we had like a real big fight a long time ago, and I moved out.
Are you on the streets now?
No, I live with my dad, but I moved out living with her. And I just like what he said, thanks. I'd tell her thanks for starting me playing the guitar and keep me alive.
What do you want to say to them? Everybody's saying nice things to their parents. Anybody want to say anything bad?
No, I really have nothing.
Angry, mad?
I really have nothing bad to say about my parents. They've been pretty supportive about me through the years, about whatever I wanted to do, my music career, what have you. You know, they've been very supportive.
So what do you want to say to them?
What I want to say thanks a lot. You know, it's been real. Yeah. And now it's time to live my own life.
Okay, Teddy, maybe a more difficult question for you because your parents are alcoholics and you had kind of. I mean, Don. Sorry, you're Teddy. You had kind of a rough time there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything bad. They had to grow up. I've had to grow up. They've helped. They've made me realize what life is. Maybe times have been bad, maybe times have been good. Times right now are bad. But still, they had a lot of things to do with the way I am today.
You, parents and grandparents, are a big part of what a teenager becomes. Suppose you have a headbanger at home. You're constantly fighting about the music he or she listens to. You're yelling at each other. You're at wit's end. You wonder where you went wrong. The fact is, you probably didn't. Remember, your teenager is not only influenced by you, but by society, his peers, and his music. Focusing on where you went wrong in the past isn't going to help your son or daughter now. You need to take 3 steps immediately to reestablish lines of communication with your child. First, be informed. Find out about the music your teenager listens to. Instead of putting it down as loud and offensive, ask some questions about the lyrics. Find out about the singers. Ask how the music makes your child feel. What kind of attitude does he get from the songs? You can't talk intelligently about something you know nothing about. Second, show love. When you love, you take time. Spending time talking about God and love is a start. But you also need to talk about family issues and problems. Be the friend to your child he thinks he's finding by worshiping some heavy metal idol. Ask yourself these questions. Am I too busy to spend time with my children? Am I aware of what's going on in their world? Can they talk freely with me about anything at any time? Do they know that I really love them? And do I tell them I do? Finally, Set an example. If you say God is important in your life, live it. If you say drugs are bad, don't smoke or drink excessively. Remember, your child is looking for a leader. Set the example of a life they can live up to, not a life they look down on. Heavy metal has become a divisive evil, tearing families apart. Don't let it shred the fabric of your home. Stay home tonight. Turn off the TV and talk with your children. Don't let them escape into their heavy metal headphones. Find out what's bugging them. Ask them some tough questions, like I asked the teens you just saw. Be vulnerable to their criticisms. Forget about what you think they think. Get to the bottom of what's really on their minds. Metal Mania thrives in an environment of neglect and misunderstanding. Don't let it take root in your home. Choke it out with love and attention. The stakes are high. Your child's life and your child's soul.
For more information on heavy metal music and Satanism, contact Bob Larson at Post Office Box 36A, Denver, Colorado 80236.